Hello and welcome to another Mr. Watson YouTube video. A user on Reddit sent me a PM asking if I could go through some examples of using the product rule. So I thought I'd start with that today. This video isn't intended on showing you how to differentiate things. So as an example, if you have f of x equals sine x, I'm assuming that you already know how to differentiate that. So you should already know some basic derivatives. In this video I'm just going to show you how to use the product rule. So first of all, what is the product rule? Well, the product rule is if you have a function and it's u and v, u multiplied by v, sorry, then the derivative of this will be u prime v plus u v prime. Or another way of writing that is y equals uv, and dy by dx will be u dv by dx plus v du by dx. So that there is the product rule. So let's use this in an example question. So first question could be y is equal to x to the power of 5 sine x. So how would we differentiate that? Pause the video, have a go. Okay, so you have to decide here, what's going to be u, what's going to be v. Well, I just always do whatever's written first as u. So dy by dx will be this here multiplied by the derivative of this, which was cosine of x. And then we add on to that. So we've already done this part, the u dv part. Now we have to do the v du part. So the next one will be sine x, excuse me, multiplied by the derivative of this. Now the derivative of x to the power 5 is 5x to the power of 4. So this is our final answer. X to the power of 5 cosine x plus 5 lots of x to the power of 4 sine x. So that's the first example. Now if you wanted to, you could factorize this if you really wanted to. You could say, that's x to the 4 x cosine x plus 5 sine x. You could factorize it like that if you wanted, I suppose, but leaving it like that is fine as well. Okay, next example, question 2. Let's say y is 3e to the x cosine x. So have a go, see if you can differentiate that. So I'm going to say here that the 3e to the x is u and cosine of x is v. So the derivative, leave this part here the same, 3e to the x, and then differentiate cosine of x. Now the derivative of cosine of x is negative sine x. And then we add on to that, this is the v du part, so v is simply cosine of x, and then the derivative of 3 to the x, well, that's the same thing, it's 3 to the x. And there we go. So that's that question. Now I think most people here would be you know, more comfortable with having instead of having a leading negative term, you know, they would put it the other way, and that would be fine. So you could have 3 lots of e to the x cosine x. Oh, sorry, I was meant to factorise out the e to the x as well. That's yeah, let's 3 e to the x, and then cosine x minus sine x. Always be on the lookout, folks, for when you can factorise something. Okay, so let's, in fact, I think I can move that up a bit further. Okay, so let's try another question. Let's try y is equal to 5/6 3x minus 5 e to the x. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cough at the moment. So let's differentiate this. Well, you need to pick out your u and v. So this term here I would pick as my u, and this term here would be my v. I just always have the first term being u. So dy, I should point out here, this is question 3, dy by dx would be 5/6 of, so we take u, multiply it by the derivative of v, which is exactly what's written there because the derivative of e to the x doesn't change. So we have 3x minus 5 e to the x, and then we add on to it the v du part. So that is the derivative of this bracket here. So the derivative of 3x minus 5 is simply 3, and multiply it by v e to the x. And there we go. Now here you could factorise out the e to the x, and you'd have 5/6 e to the x, 3x minus 5 plus 3, and here we have a minus 5 plus 3, so that will simply be minus 2. So 5/6, or, oops, that there should be an e, 5 e to the x over 6, 3x minus 2. Or if you wanted to have that all on the top line, that would be fine as well. 5 lots of e to the x, 3x minus 2 over 6. There are different ways here that you can write these. Doesn't really matter which one you decide to use. And I think we'll have one more question. Let's have another trigonometry based question. Let's have y equals sine 2x cosine x. Yeah. So the derivative of that. So u dv, so this here is our u, and that's our v. So we do u first, and then the derivative of that, which will be minus sine x. And then we add on to that v du. So this is our v, and then the derivative of this. Okay, well, I'm assuming here that you can differentiate that. That will be 2 lots of sine 2x. Like I said at the start of this video, I'm assuming that you can already differentiate things. I'm assuming here that the thing that you're struggling with is the product rule, not the actual individual differentiation. I will make some videos though based on, you know, how to actually differentiate things like this, and, you know, other terms as well. So then so this here, so if I write this out as 2 cos x sine 2x subtract sine 2x sine x. And here you can see here we have a sine 2x term in both parts of that, so we can factorise that out. We're left with 2 cos x minus sine x. There we go. So I'll leave it there. I may do some more videos on this. I might actually look for a past paper question or two, and I'll take you through those. But hopefully this has been useful. Please comment down below if you'd like to see anything else. Please subscribe and please share these videos. Thank you very much for watching.